You want to hear theories, Andrew?
When are we starting?
Now.
Okay, we started.
We're
Tell
back.
me your theories.
I have theories, Andrew. So we've been editing. I've been editing all the videos, and I get to rewatch scenes and crap like that. Two things have stood out to me more than anything else.
Titanic.
One is that Snake's disappearance is an ongoing mystery of what the fuck is the variables here and stuff like that.
Okay.
But now a new thing happened that we weren't considering before when we were considering what happened to Snake.
Yeah.
We had two possibilities basically. It's either Snake's dead, which it'd be so boring if he was dead. So of course he's not dead because there's too much setup for him not being dead, and now we know he's not dead. Probably
Twist.
At this point it's pretty much confirmed by Clover. So our other idea was that it's Nine's body, which has all sorts of logistical questions of how somebody would move Nine's body, but it's the only other thing we knew based on previous information that might be a considerable option, right?
Yeah.
Because the only body we know about is Nine's. It can't be Santa's body. He's right there. So, new problem is that when we got to this ending path here on the left, there was another body.
Yeah.
So now we've introduced the idea that there could be past contestant bodies that are just around. So, somebody may have intentionally... Either that body could be left over literally from the last Nonary game somehow, but I think it was fresher than that. Or that body we found was specifically placed, to replace Snake while he was being abducted, basically.
Ah.
So, those are possibilities.
So you're thinking that
consider.
Snake is in the coffin?
So I'm wondering about Snake, because he looks he looks formal, but weird formal, almost a marching band or something nonsense.
Yeah.
Not something someone would wear on purpose, but more something.
He's a very stereotypical anime prince, where he's wearing clothes that signify that he is upper class, but they're not royalty clothes. If that makes sense, they're not royalty clothes in the sense that they have pins and buttons everywhere, and he's decorated or whatever. It's he's just wearing a really nice coat that looks like a captain's coat or something.
So what stood out to me is that I was thinking of Grand Budapest Hotel and stuff like that. I'm he kind of just looks like a bellhop.
Oh,
He looks like he's the help of the ship and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if Snake woke up in different clothes. Because we had the implication that maybe the cop's clothes were changed when he was put here.
True.
The way that he's dressed like a dock worker.
That would explain why
instead.
Junpei has such bad fashion sense.
Yeah. So it could be what if Snake was dressed up like a member of the ship, which would make it very easy to put a different body somewhere that was wearing his clothes, because there would just be those clothes on the ship. Because he kind of just looks like some sort of servant bellhop character.
Yeah.
That's why he's all formal, but weirdly garish and pointlessly formal, as opposed to a suit or something.
Yeah.
So that stood out to me. The other thing is I have a feeling as to how this ending's going to work at this point.
Which one? The whole game ending?
The lock that we can't get past.
Well, if we can get past it, it just goes to the next branch.
No, I mean, my point is that you know how every single conversation we have that makes no sense, that just kind of pops up and is, terribly integrated into the story to the point where it's obviously a clue for future setup, to the point where it's a giant spotlight on this, look at this! This comes up somewhere! Ice 9 and a mummy and all those other things.
Yeah.
One of the past ones was they're talking about the idea of, we tell people one thing, then we quiz other people about the thing we told the other people, and some more of them know about it. That thing? The dog picture?
Yeah.
Which we called Funyarinpa or whatever and stuff.
The concept of, the Nonary Games exists so that way when the people find a way out of the Nonary Games, they would telepathically tell other people the way out of the Nonary Games.
Which takes me back to, the first thing that intrigued me about this game was when somebody told me... no one told me, it was a podcast. It's mentioned that 999 is an interesting game because all of its endings are canon.
Even the submarine ending?
And I threw that at you at one point, and you were like, what the fuck are you saying? And I think I know what that means now. Because I think that what happens is, this is multiverse. All the options happen.
Okay.
I think everything you do happens, period. And I think that's why these things have keys on them for you unlocking them, despite them being in alternate branches. See, what we have here is we have a locked thing, but we've unlocked every single key that's ever been on the map, which means the only logical conclusion is that there's more keys in the side branch we haven't experienced yet, right?
Right.
The problem there is that all the keys so far were in a linear branch, so that you could conceivably get them in one playthrough. You can't do those in the same playthrough because it's literally a diverging branch. So my idea is that we have like multi-universe bullshit happening where basically you go into the other fate, which leads towards probably more like bad endings. But while you're doing that, you find the code to the coffin, and then you can go back to the version of you that experienced the coffin and then type in the code for the coffin.
Do you think it's do you think that's like literally the plot?
Yes. I think that's literally what the plot is.
Like literally the plot is about somebody like dimension hopping?
Yes. No. Yes, no. I mean, it's like Undertale.
Like, is Junpei aware that he is gathering information from other places?
I don't think he'll be aware. I think it'll be like Undertale, where it's like, you save scum, but then the game, like, I know you save scummed, and that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's that kind of thing, where, like, because the distinction here is that the submarine one said, the end?
Yeah.
And we got to the coffin, it was like, to be continued. It's literally saying we can't finish the scene. Like, there's more that's supposed to happen, but we can't finish it yet. So I think what's going to happen is that we're going to be... I think Junpei's going to go down the central branch here, and it's not going to work out, but we're going to find information that Junpei in the coffin room needs in order to continue. And because we've introduced these pseudoscience concepts, like people just magically sharing memories and knowledge with each other, because we have the automatic writing thing, where they talk about people predicting their own deaths and stuff like that, and then you also have the thing where people can somehow know information they're not supposed to have based on telling other people information.
Okay.
So between those things and the fact that this game just wants us to buy into all of these pseudoscience things and science fiction elements, like, that's the logical conclusion, is that if there are keys in the central branch needed to solve the game, then they probably are that we're going to find a coffin information, and we're going to be able to open the coffin based on the endings we get in the middle branch, and then we can go back to the coffin and open that. That's like the only connection I can draw between all the different storylines where they make sense.
Okay.
Which, by the way, just so we're clear with the audience, just because it sets up stuff correctly doesn't mean it's good writing.
No.
The problem is you need to incorporate this shit correctly. Like this, like somebody could just... I think... Did we talk about this before, off camera or on camera? Just the idea of, like, all they had to do was just have, like, a photograph of, like, this Egyptian princess... And be like, oh, I know about her.
Yeah, I think we talked about this we talked about it both on and off.
Yeah, because that's the idea, is like, you just need to have something that actually prompts the outburst that happens for no reason, as opposed to what, like, June had, like, a 10-minute conversation with us about automatic writing, I think, in a room full of cheese.
Yeah.
Like, we were surrounded by cheese, and, like, she's talking about people predicting their own deaths, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she talked about the Titanic in a room full of fucking food, and then she proceeded to talk about, like, Ice 9 while we were dying in a freezer. Which is, like, a conversation that could have been saved.
It's like, it's not that the information itself is wrong in how it sets up future events. It's just that
it's poorly executed.
It's not integrated into the story properly.
Yeah. It's like, it's good concept, poor execution.
So which leads to a problem, because if I'm right about everything I just said, then that's because of how, like, brutally obvious the game is about what things are setting up future events.
Yeah.
Like, some people like go like, you're going to spoil the twist for yourself or something. I'm like, But the game does it for you, because the game doesn't expect you as the player to play it like a mindless drone. It expects you to think a little bit. You'll be in the middle of a puzzle section, and then I'll just be like, here's a 10 to 15-minute conversation about something completely unrelated, which is the giant, it's just the biggest red flag. It's like, pay attention to this, it will be super important, it's on the test later. Yeah. And so, like, it's like, really like, oh, Ice 9 and a mummy, like, all right, get ready for fight. That was confirmed, by the way.
And they also go out of their way to bold stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where they bold, like, Ice 9, bold Ice 9.
Like,
why is that important?
Like, my suspicion that all these things are going to come up, and why I'm more confident about making this conclusion, is because the coffin straight up showed up.
Yeah.
Until now, we were just like, ooh, maybe Ice Mummy killed everybody, but we were still hypothesizing. But then the fucking airtight coffin shows up, and I'm like, oh, okay, all these stories are real. That's where the story's going.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck Santa's doing.
We'll find out, like, in this next room.
I still don't know what Santa's doing. Like,
I think
the best I can.
The thing that's going to be the most frustrating, Keith, is we're going to go through this next.
Like, he had a weird anti-luck rant, right?
Yeah. Well, he went on
But what does luck? What does hating luck have to do with?
No, he hates, like, the concept of 4-leaf clovers. He hates love, like.
Does he just hate Clover?
Like, he hates love, luck, hope, and something else. No, I think
he just decide that Clover decided to call herself Clover, so Clover has to die now.
No.
It's like, no, we can't go out this door in a way that would lead people to living, so fuck all of you. I'm going to kill more of you for no reason.
I think it's for some... Here's the thing that's going to suck, though. Is so we're going to go through this next area, and we already know...
That we're going to die?
We already... but we already know for a fact that this next area has a gun, and that nobody is going... Like, Junpei will not take the gun with him. Somebody else is going to take that gun.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna not have a gun, and somebody else is going to take the gun.
Yeah, so one of the endings is another
Santa.
person with the gun.
Do you think Santa's just going to go after us with a gun again?
No, I think it'll be someone else. Because that's how you make a twist. Is that it's like, ooh, it's not the same ending. Ooh, this person has different things they feel. But now they're using the gun to say it. Like, it's going to be so fucking bad. But we have to just bear with it.
Do you think they'd do another gun ending? Though?
Yes.
What if it was an axe? The axe from the other branch? We went the left branch and got attacked by the weapon from the central branch. So I'm wondering if you go in the central branch, you get attacked by the weapon from the left branch because there's an axe there?
No, because the axe is too... The axe doesn't have a threat.
The knife killed everyone. No,
the knife is smaller. You can't hold someone up with an axe because you have to swing an axe. So, like, the only way to kill somebody with an axe is, like, so what, you're going to hold somebody and then, like, cock your arm backwards and be like, I'm going to swing. Like, you're holding the axe towards you and you're like, I'm going to kill this person. Like, but you're also going to hit yourself if it goes through. Or it's like, don't worry about me. It's like, well, we're not. We're worried about, like, how this is going to work mechanically. Like, you're going to swing it and then, like, stop right before it hits you. Like, you have to hope that she doesn't struggle either, because if she struggles and you just swung an axe that's heavier at yourself and gonna... No,
all I know is I'm gonna be really mad if the game never explains Santa's motivation on any level.
I'm sure it'll explain everybody's motivation.
Santa needs an explanation for what the fuck he was doing.
Well, he's the only one we haven't really talked to.
He hates luck, is all we really have to go on so far.
But Santa's one of the few people the only time we were in a room with Santa was,
7 pieces.
Skipping time.
Yeah, the only time we were in a room with Santa was for when we found Snake's body.
The freezer.
He didn't talk much. And then that room with June.
Yeah, there's the freezer room where he hates luck.
Yeah, basically both rooms that we were with June, we were with him. So we need to go into door 6.
Door 6. Here we go, Andrew. The final major branch. At long last.
Finally.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We're gonna play this whole trilogy.
Fuck. I'm not excited.
I have so much fun with these sessions.
I just hate this fucking writing. It's just like...
They say it gets better in the next game.
Yeah, okay, and people say that about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And there are people who also think Godfather 3 is an actual movie. It's not. It's a fucking...
This is a tangent I'm gonna just cut off.
It's a fan
I'm just gonna cut off that tangent right here.
Like...
I'm not talking about God of War 3 right now.
No, it's a Godfather 3.
I didn't mean to say, fuck it. I didn't mean to say that.
God of War 3 was a good game. Shut your mouth.
Door 6.
Junpei flipped open the piece of paper.
Jesus, calm down.
It read Junpei, door 6. Of course it did. He'd written it after all.
Are you gonna do novel?
Yeah, shut up.
Oh.
That's a problem. None of these teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6.
Minor thought. Santa has a weird stigmatism with
wearing actual clothes.
No, with luck and stuff.
Yeah.
And he accuses us of cheating at this game.
Yes.
And then he takes out a gun and fucking just rigs the ending for some reason. I still don't know. I have no idea what to think though, because he still was had a chance to leave without everybody.
Just don't think about it. We'll find out. And
Santa bothers me because there's no setup.
Keith, a lot of this bothers me. A
But
lot
our
of this
digital
game
route
bothers
is
me.
5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Wait.
Why don't 7 and Lotus go through door 1 with me?
Okay, I was about to say, the Clover's still here.
Yep.
Someone can go with her.
What about me?
Oh, sorry, Ace.
Well, you gotta go through door 1, or door 6, buddy.
Apparently. Oh, it's gonna be the 4 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, June, Santa, Ace?
So take your bets. Who's gonna steal the gun?
Isn't that
Is it gonna be...
obvious?
It's gonna be Santa or is it gonna be Ace?
Oh, is the idea that Ace will if Ace goes into this door, he'll end up getting the gun instead, so Santa doesn't get it, and that changes the course of things?
Probably.
Because Ace is just really fucking nosy. Like, it's this primary character trait turned out to be that he's just really prying all the time.
Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Yes.
Huh.
You feel embarrassed saying that out loud?
I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door and no one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
7, Lotus. What do you guys think?
I don't know about them, but so far what we've learned is that Santa hates reasonable solutions. He's just gonna fuck it up immediately.
I don't have a problem with it.
Me either.
Alright then, we're good to go.
What happened to the part where you complained that you have to go through a door with 7?
Well, they already got that out of the way.
Yeah, I guess so.
See you later.
Wait, Clover! Don't move on your own!
That's how your brother died.
Oh, I'll be going too then.
Yeah, be careful.
Don't move on your own is the weirdest phrasing.
We should get going as well.
I'm just a little surprised that Lotus is like, I don't want to ever be on a team with this big ape. And we're reshuffling teams, and she doesn't lobby for a reshuffle that makes her not on 7's team.
Yeah, well, there might not be a way to do that.
That's never stopped us from arguing about it before.
Well, we still went through door 3.
Yeah.
This is E-Deck.
There should be a door at the end of the hall.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Here it is. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Then let's get to it.
Let's panic!
This game goes from never letting you have Ace in your team to having Ace exclusively always be in your team.
Yeah.
Hey! I found it! It's right there!
Hey, that's nice.
That was, like, that's all I ever wanted. Could you just do that every time?
And he just perked up when that happened. He's like, oh.
Everyone didn't act like a fucking idiot.
Everyone's got their shit together all of a sudden.
Still can't fucking form sentences, though.
Some weird ellipses.
Yes! It stopped!
Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
Control F. How many times does this line show up in the script? Do you ever consider the ellipses thing as being like a roll call? Like, let's just recap what people are in the scene. Ellipses.
I honestly think it is for the player to remember who came with you.
Yeah, because not just this game, but every game ever.
Yeah.
Like in JRPGs, like every single party member goes ... For like 7 characters, you're just hitting A. I'm like, what? Why?
I think it's a like, hey, remember, we've got all these people with us.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
It's like a split screen moment for a text-based game.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
Control F, find that how many times
before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
God, you got that right.
Literally
Once I'm out of this
that.
hellhole, I'm taking a nice long vacation.
I agree.
All right,
What?
let's go.
You guys want to go on a vacation? I hope not on a cruise ship.
The irony.
This door looks heavy.
It just turns into Final Destination 2. Like, it's just like round 2 of the same thing because you made the mistake of going into the same setting again. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on the repeating dialogue thing just because, like, on one hand, the repeating dialogue doesn't, like, the different branches don't exist in the same timeline, so it kind of makes sense that they would still say the same things, but the game's designed for you to play all the branches.
Yeah.
So it's designed for you to encounter the dialogue, so it would be nice to not have literally the same stuff show up sometimes.
It would be nice.
But it's not locked.
No.
I'm opening it.
How dead are we going to be?
Whoa, what the hell is this?
This has to be the biggest room so far. The ceiling is pretty high, too.
Boiler room?
Could be 2 stories.
That what
Maybe
this
even
is?
more.
No, it's an Escher painting. You can only solve this puzzle by being able to walk upside down.
But
This space could be utilizing the entire length of the ship.
What's that huge Kamaboko-looking building in the middle?
Explain. Explain, Weibo.
wow.
Explain.
Why would you eat? What? Okay.
Explain what a Kamaboko is, Mr. Self-proclaimed otaku.
Self-focus. He's not. It's like.
Is it your Twitter that calls you an otaku? Which account is it?
My every account says I'm an otaku. Or no, none of them say I'm an otaku. They say I'm an anime wizard. The Kamaboko is like kind of, think of it like a. I want to say it's kind of like a hobbit hole, like a little.
A hobbit hole.
It's kind of like when you build. If I'm remembering correctly, because there's fucking names for everything. I want to say it's when you like if you're playing in the sand and you build the sand house that's in a circle, like one of those like mud huts that are circled. No, it's cheese. Oh, okay.
I looked up Kamaboko on.
Oh, so I am right.
Computer.
Look, the first example right there. It is the same. It basically is the same premise, where it's just the little house mud hut looking shape.
It looks like It looks like cheese. That's like. I think it's cheese that's like it's like loaves, and the outside and top is colored. So when you cut it open, it looks like there's an upside down U shape.
I think they're candy.
They might be candy.
I think they're candy. I think they're Japanese sweets. I think they're Japanese sweets that are in the shape of mud huts. So, great. Okay.
Great.
That's just such a weird.
Well, I guess that's as good of a description of it as any.
It does, as an English speaker.
So we may as well head over to them.
Yeah, but this section's barely wide enough to fit one person.
Probably work better if they would look at the Kamaboko when they're talking about it. Oh, that curved thing on the left.
Yeah.
Is the Kamaboko.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
This is a weird camera angle for expressing that shape.
Well, because you can't see it.
Yeah.
You're right.
We also can't see their perspective.
Whoa, you can't even tell the shape when you're this close.
Let's check out the other side, too.
I just like to imagine he's just pressing his face against the wall, like, whoa, I can't even see its shape anymore.
Huh.
This looks to be the steam engine room.
Oh, I guess
The steam engine room?
Yes,
I said boiler
that
room,
thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler.
Oh, okay, whatever.
You see the 3 round doors near the bottom?
They're trying to cover their bases on just explaining what a Kamaboko is.
Yeah.
It's like a mushroom shape.
Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine.
Is that how that
This
works?
one is simply somewhat larger.
I see.
It doesn't appear to be running right now.
All right, let's
Wait.
split up.
No. Hold on.
Hey, what's wrong? Are you all right? Hey, June.
Jumpy.
Oh, you're really warm. Is your fever coming back?
Yes. Yes. It probably is. But I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me.
I mean, you're literally on the floor right
Does she
now.
have a snowflake? Is that what that is?
No, it's a flower.
It's supposed to be a flower?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I should draw a connection to Ice Nine with
Jumpy's
that or
got some
not.
big-ass hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the size of her his hands compared to her torso.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just need to rest. And I'll be fine.
I think this artist is maybe a little too used to drawing fighting game characters.
That's
just
what
gonna
I'm
wreck
that's
some
what I'm
people.
starting to...
And they like, draw some gangly nerd. He's like, can I make the hand stage still?
just draws fucking Ryu with glasses. It's just like, that's a nerd. It's like, damn, girl.
like the hand and the face is all like Ryu looking, and the feet and everything, but the body just looks like Rick Sanchez, like just noodle body.
She just like combined Ryu and Dolly. She's like, close enough. It's a dangly looking nerd. It's like, no. No.
Okay, here, sit down, careful.
You don't sit in the boiler.
There it is. That's what a cockaboo looks like. It's a cockamimi. I forgot what it was called. Bokokama?
It's right there.
Kamaboko.
Kamaboko.
I kept looking away and then forgetting.
How did you learn another language?
I didn't.
You did.
No, I took classes in another language. It's not the same thing as learning another language.
You didn't learn German?
No.
You don't
I learned how to say some stuff in German, and then like a decade passed, so I have thoroughly forgotten.
And then
most of
time passed.
Now I just use it every now and then to pander to the international audience.
Guten Tag, my friends.
I don't consciously do it to pander, but it's really funny how if I just offhand say one German word, I get comments about it, and I don't even remember saying it. But like people are like, oh my god, he spoke German for like a second. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever makes you happy.
No one says that when I speak Japanese.
Yeah, for everyone that's not sure, that upside down U we're looking at right now, that's the kamaboko.
That's what a
shape.
kamaboko looks like.
It looks like that, but made of candy. Yeah.
Literally made of sugar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or more specifically, it looks white, but the top part, that whole ring, that whole U would be like pink or something.
That's racist. You saying that gray can't be a kamaboko?
Who wants gray candy? Like,
dang!
turn your teeth gray.
The candy didn't choose to be born that way, Keith.
No, it's not real. I mean, it's not born.
Now you're invalidating the life of candy. Like, you're just going down a worse rabbit hole.
That's fine. It's fine. If Candy's mad, it can make a YouTube video denouncing me.
Ace, Santa.
Yes.
Right. Alright, let's get started. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon.
Oh, it was like portal test chambers. Like the old Aperture Science? Like the giant
brown
spheres.
one?
Yeah. The testing spheres.
Sup? Steam engine room. Look at us being in a steam engine.
Okay, what I meant to say, what I was trying to say earlier before June rudely interrupted us with her fucking medical issue was, they made a comment that the steam engine's not running currently. So the boat's not moving.
We already thought it wasn't moving.
But I'm saying, like, so somebody was down here making this boat move? Because it's not on a combustible engine. So someone has to be down here, like, shoveling fucking coal.
When was the boat supposed to be moving?
Huh? Well, because I'm assuming it got out to sea.
Could be. Just be in a big old swimming pool.
I mean, what is it, just sitting at dock still?
I kind of figured it'd just be sitting at dock and it's just gonna sink.
And no one's just like, hey, yo, the Titanic is sinking at dock.
I mean, if it's sinking and they're supposed to somehow escape, I would think that maybe if they do escape, then they could just get off the boat.
Is the shore even, like deep enough for the Titanic to sink into?
At places that docks would be, yes.
Really?
Yeah. You'd put them at the sheer cliffs in the first place, otherwise, like, you're screwed.
I mean, if you built the dock right next to the sheer cliff. I mean, it still doesn't mean that it would go that deep, because it can still be...
Yeah, Titanic's not a very big ship.
Pretty tall ship.
Nah. It's especially not tall. It's especially not that tall.
Well, if it's gonna sink, it's gonna sink... It's gonna...
You can look up diagrams comparing the Titanic
up
to other ships, and the Titanic is just not a particularly big ship.
Well, I'm saying that when it sinks, it's gonna go, like nose first.
It was gargantuan at the time. Well, even if it goes nose first, like, it's just gonna then flatten out anyway. It's not gonna, like, stab into the ground, then stick out of the solid ground, like, nope, sword in the stone, can't go any further. Like, it's gonna...
I meant that there'd still be some parts above water. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them.
Definitely not like a gun I just found.
Maybe I have to be paranoid. No, I think that's in the second room. Look, Ace!
A gun!
It's some kind of snowman secret meeting. Those are just bags full of sand. You use them as a counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Man, God, doing both these fucking voices. Man, you're too serious.
So are these jokes funny in Japanese?
Yeah, because they're not this.
Because they're just like, they're just like, whoa, this thing's crazy, right? The shower head's a microphone. The snowman secret meeting. I'm like, are you guys for?
Snowmen don't have like pointy heads.
I'm just sitting here like, are these like this is like stuff that 4-year-olds would say, and like, yes, dear. Like you sort of shrug it off to make them stop talking. Like it's not like anyone would find it funny. It's a silver gear.
Do you think it's made of pure silver?
No way. Silver's way too soft to use for a gear.
Whoa, fucking Junpei over here is a geologist.
I mean, some people know about this stuff, like especially like it's usual common knowledge, at least to know that gold kind of sucks for most things.
Thanks, Minecraft.
It's gotta be a steel or iron gear that's coated with silver.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Shouldn't have called it a silver gear then.
Shouldn't have got your hopes up. Were you thinking you'd haul this thing back?
Nah, but I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you? When the fuck did 7 become all like, haha, jokester?
Or Santa, you mean?
Or Santa, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Every now and then a character just tells jokes for like 2 comments, then stops forever. Like Santa being like singing into the microphone, and somebody else is like, "Wow, it's like a regular pile of pillows," and I'm like, I don't know what was supposed to be funny about that line, but okay.
Development.
And then every single time somebody reacts to them, the other person never thinks that what they says is funny, and they're like, "Whoa, man, chill out," or "Man, you're too serious," or
Damn
"Whoa,
straight.
hang on." And like, I'm like, I don't get the appeal. Conveyor belt runs into a sort of arched tunnel. Okay. Click on the wall. Nope.
So we're probably going to want to go to the control panel.
Rotating.
And then...
This is the huge oven for this boiler. There are 3 open areas in it.
Perfect.
Each of the open areas has a gear in it. That one's gold.
What? Golden gear.
It doesn't look like it was always golden like this.
Well, well then, I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. It looks like there's a door over here in this tunnel. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which has been picked up and thrown into this door. The door appears to be welded shut, however.
So, are you the... Oh, yeah. You can see the wheels, actually. Gold, bronze, and silver.
Yep.
You can actually make them out from here. I'm gonna click on them all anyway, though, because sometimes the characters need to have knowledge of the puzzles for you to be allowed to continue. A huge bronze gear. This has to be important.
Okay.
There's a small door on the side of the tunnel. It's welded shut and won't open. Conveyor belt runs into the sort of... That's the same one.
Yep.
Boxes. There's a bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall.
I already looked through those. There's nothing in there.
He's just becoming Lotus now.
Well, he always was, but with a manlier voice.
Yeah, but now it's just becoming Lotus entirely.
It's because it's hard to do Ace
What's
and
up
Santa.
here?
So
Levers!
Turn the gears.
Levers!
I'm assuming it's the same kind of...
This slider is down. Thank you,
Okay.
Junpei. I guess Ace feels like giving it a try. How did I already know?
Nothing. It won't move at all. Move the other slider?
Slider is down. Well, let's see if this thing can go anywhere. Ah, man! No dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. I think you're supposed to go left to right, and that's why it makes sense that they suddenly are trying to push them next.
Well, I'm saying pull
So
the...
this one's gonna be Santa. This slider is down. Looks like Santa wants to give this one a shot.
Ugh, damn it. Nothing. This thing won't budge. Yeah, just pull that one.
3 sliders on the left are down, but this one is up.
There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we were meant to do something rather specific with them. Junpei, why don't you move that slider down?
Well, there's no harm in trying, I suppose.
Nothing. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow? You're saying if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond somehow? Yes, I suppose that's one way of putting it. These 2 columns are different from the others. The lights are red. Okay.
There's also a weird number of lights. Weird. They're not divisible, you know what I mean?
What, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15...
There's...
18,
like, you can't correlate them directly, because for the 3 down switches, there are 7 rows of yellow lights.
20...
It's not a multiple of 2 or 3. Like, it's
Yeah.
not 6 or 9. It's 7 for some reason, which is a weird number. Oh, so there's 9 rows of lights.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
Well, moving on with that, another occurrence of the number 9.
Oh, you can keep going up.
Apparently.
Oh, A. We aren't gonna get anywhere with a pile of boxes here. What the hell's in these things anyway? They're way too heavy to move.
One of the doors on the furnace. There's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Alright, let's give this sucker a twist. Well, it's noisy, but it opens.
Does that matter?
And it's totally pitch black in there.
It's also not.
We should, go in here.
Alright. Let's go.
Is this the other side? This looks just like the door we went into.
Where are we? We must be on the other side, yes? Which would put us directly above the conveyor belt? And at any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate.
The other room, apparently. Oh,
What?
probably not going down from here. There's a B over there.
So,
And a
well, now
C.
we can reach C. We couldn't reach C before.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of boxes in the way. I can't get through.
So what's on the other side of C?
I just want to see if I can go this way or not.
Well, anyway, looks like that's a pipe. Looks like the bottom connects to the conveyor belt housing. Then coal must come out of this pipe into the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. There are a number of boxes on the catwalk.
I don't think we can go over there. Okay, so we are just stuck with the three doors here then. Let's try one. I am now here.
Hey, the pulley system.
There's a wooden box hanging beneath the catwalk. There's a wooden box at the end of the rope hanging from the winch. It looks like something is in the box. Let's use that winch.
We don't have the
Yeah,
crank.
it doesn't have a crank yet.
It looks like a hand-operated winch. But it doesn't look like there's any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. So take the one off B.
Gotta go find a new one. Okay.
Because B doesn't need it, right? You're gonna have to go to the other.
Yeah. Back here. Now we're on this side. That was unnecessary. You could just not have boxes. Hello, other winch.
Oh. This winch looks like the other one we saw earlier. Although this one has a wheel on it.
Okay. Oh, the wheel's attached to it.
Can you click the wheel?
That was the wheel. Wait, what? I just clicked on... Never mind. Alright, let's give this wheel a spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Gah! Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, what I do?
It's so funny, 'cause
it's always me.
Like, the line is not...
It's not what?
Is the line relative to you have already found the previous winch?
Well, because we did already,
Because, like, when he says, like, oh no, I broke it. But, like, isn't that kind of what we wanted? So why would he react
maybe.
that way?
Well, you kind of would figure we'd at least try to lower whatever's on this one, too.
No.
Maybe.
Good job, genius. You broke it.
I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. Also, we need it, because based on the conversation we just had, yeah. We literally just talked about needing this wheel.
Yeah. Fun.
A hand-operated winch. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah. I've got a wheel I pulled off the other winch, don't I? Let's see if it fits.
It doesn't. How weird.
That's just total red herring. Psych! You have to find which of the 17 wheels in this room fits.
Oh god.
Sweet, it's a perfect fit. Like they were made for each other, because they were, because literally the one from the other one that's the same on the other side of the room. Brothers. Not shaky at all. Good. Should be able to turn this now.
Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. You see? The wooden box. It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? It looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I'm not sure what it is. At any rate, you might as well turn that wheel now. I'm counting on you. What? What the fuck was this monologue you just gave?
That was not only like intensely redundant dialogue we already knew, but also like, I'm counting on you. It's like the fucking president's gonna go pilot the fucking fighter jet and go take down the bad guys in one of those like 80s American movies where the president fights people.
You mean Independence Day?
Like we count on you. That's like that was like the last one that did that. There was like 12 other ones. It's like such a weird speech. All right, I'll turn the wheel. Huh? What's this?
What happened?
This wheel only turns to the left.
It only turns to the left?
That means it'll come up to us, right?
That means we can't reel up the rope.
Oh, we'll just go down then, that's
go
fine.
down to get it.
Yeah. We can only let the rope down.
Interesting. I don't think that will be a problem. We will simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down.
Or even just send someone down now if we're worried about it somehow being some sort of trap where it's gonna like go get stuck somewhere.
Yeah. Hey June, could you go pick that box up for us? You're already down there.
Oh right, June didn't come with us. I forgot she was in this room because she's never said anything.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's in sickness mode again.
Whatever.
I'll
be counting on you, Junpei.
Is that going to be tied to her being like related to the mummy or something? Like the way that she's weirdly like sick constantly?
No.
That feels like a setup. You don't think the sickness is just nothing, do you?
I think the sickness is just stress.
You don't think that she's the one character acting that way for any like story reasons?
No.
Sure thing, no sweat.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
Yeah. June's down over by there.
She doesn't seem to be improving.
Well, of course not. She's not gonna just get better right away, you know? It'll take time.
Just imagining the box jostles wrong and just like spills spiders out on June. Like just something horrible while she's the only one down there.
She's like, ah!
What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion. She gets dropped into some weird-ass ship, forced to play some messed-up game.
The fact that Santa specifically kidnaps June makes me think that she's sick for a reason and Santa knows.
I mean, what kind of
Think about it,
sickness?
it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
Yeah. We're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs.
I mean, some people pay for that.
A guinea pig? You mean like a lab rat? You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying?
Dunno. But it does seem like a possibility, you know?
Maybe a certain dog painting related experiment? I feel more right now.